The transfer window is shut. Games have been played. Players have been signed. And I still turned a profit. I'm not really doing this whole everything for the league thing, am I? It doesn't matter. We have a big game today, and Luton. Liverpool was moved again. For Luton. I don't know why the Luton game was moved. So, yeah. We're not doing Liverpool today, but we are doing Chelsea. Let's just get to it. This is Gamer. My name is Duncan. Welcome back to the Journeyman. So hi, welcome in. Let's start then with the games that we played previously. I think that's probably more exciting anyway than the transfers. And the first result was a massive 12-0 victory over Karabag. Now there's an issue I have here. I have no idea how to pronounce this name. So right now we're just going to call him the Karabag centre-half. He scored 2 own goals. Norberto Ray scored 4. Derry scored 2. Cecilia got a goal. Cotter got a goal. Malkov got a goal. And Sinval scored a penalty. This game guaranteed us to skip a stage of the Champions League. Now you're thinking, 12-0 versus Karabag. Surely you followed up with a massive thumping victory against lower league side Oxford. No, but we did still win. We did win 2-0 though. Rodolfo Vaz with a goal and Lucas Gomez with a 92nd minute goal to double our lead. We then took on Feyenoord in their final Champions League game of the league stage. Jordan Derry got a hat-trick and Sinval also got a goal before we had a comfortable-ish 2-0 win over Derby. Sinval opened the scoring on 3 minutes. Warren Jones put the game to bed on 89 minutes. Today we take on Chelsea and Luton. The Liverpool game, which was midweek of these two games, has been moved to the following midweek. And I still to this day don't understand why, unless Liverpool have a replay, because it's the same length of time between Luton and Brighton that it would have been between Chelsea and Luton. Ah, okay, they have a semi-final of the Carabao Cup. We don't. That makes sense, actually. Glad it wasn't something to do with us. Transfers then. Let's start talking about the business that we've done as I pull out my handy notepad. We received £83 million in the Jan transfer window and we spent 74 million of it. We still have a wage budget, a transfer budget, of 170 million, with only 65 million of that guaranteed for next season, with £820,000 a week still available on our wage budget. We are doing pretty well in that regard. But let's do then the transfers that happened. And I'm trying to remember what you know and don't know. What you don't know, actually, it was a bid that we rejected. It was for Olufemi. We received a bid worth a total of £43 million for Efe Olufemi from West Ham. I genuinely thought long and hard about it, but we rejected it in the end. What I like to see, though, is his values went up above that now, which is great. At the time, it was only worth valued between, I think it was like 34 and 38 million. But we rejected the offer. We've kept him around because I wouldn't have had another left back for the January period other than Royal. So if he picked up an injury, we were kind of playing centre backs out there. But we have kept him, and we have Aina back from the African Cup of Nations. But let's actually look at our business in January. And if you look at it, we've brought in £540 million and spent 500, but that's not strictly true because some of last season's money will account. For example, Pinheiro was this summer sale, but it's in last season's budget thing or whatever. But yeah, that's what happened. In terms of outs then, we did have one or two worth speaking about. I did mention it, but Van Langen has gone. £65 million total deal to RB Leipzig. Very good centre-half, but he was going to be really fourth choice for the position. I thought it could get cheaper in. And we did, and I'll show you who we brought in. Cheaper, who's going to be our fourth choice. Sorry, Diallo went out on loan to Borussia Dortmund. It will be interesting to see how he gets on for the rest of the season there. We did try and sell him, we didn't get an offer that I felt was worth it. 2 is Jason Van Duyven left for Shabab Al Ali in a £10 million deal. Yeah, he did nothing for us. He just underperformed the whole time. Got unhappy. We punted him. We also sold a youth player, David Evans Baker. He was on loan at Portsmouth and he requested to get his loan terminated. He wasn't getting played in the position he was meant to be playing in. So we called him back. We went to put him out on loan when Sassuolo randomly came in with a deal, £9.5 million guaranteed, but a deal potentially up to 12.25 plus there is a sell on fee. So yeah, we took it. He was never going to be good enough for Arsenal, and it made perfect sense to move him on. Neil McClelland went out on loan to Juventus, but he's joining permanently in the summer in a £30 million deal. Very good player. A little bit gutted to lose him, but we have better options in both fullback positions than him for how we want to play. I think he is probably a better all-round fullback than Cotter, but Cotter is more of a natural right back and cheaper. So yeah, that is the business out with a couple of players that we've signed and put straight out on loan, and we'll talk about the first player that we brought in, and his name is Roberto Reina. He is now on loan at Leicester, but we brought him in on a £20 million deal from Brazilian side SEP. He is an 18-year-old Peruvian number 10. I like the look of him. Technicals are okay for his age and how good we think he can be. Like, I don't think they're actually not bad to an extent. The only thing I don't like is his long shots, but you know, his technique, his passing, his first touch dribbling and finishing is all fantastic. For that attack midfielder, or even an advanced playmaker, he could do that role even now for Championships clubs. It's why he's at a Championship team, although they're saying he's League One. Physically, the only thing for me that he needs to work on is his strength. Everything else I'm relatively happy with. Mentals, absolutely can work on, but he's 18 years old. That will improve over time. Going out and getting first team football with Leicester is the plan between now and the summer, and we'll reevaluate where we see him coming into our squad next season. We also have the 30 million we spent on the Spanish attacking midfielder, who isn't having such a good time at Cardiff, which is a concern, especially for the money we paid, but that's one that we'll try and figure out in the summer when it hands. But yeah, he's come in, Roberto Reina, for £20 million. We then signed this lad, Andre, I'm going to say his second name is Absch. He is a 20-year-old Austrian striker, 6'1". I like the look of him. The only thing I'm not overly keen on is the fact that he's finishing as 11, but I think as a second striker or long-term develop into that complete forward, I think he'll be absolutely fine for us. I can't see, you're just passing me mail. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so his finishing is probably the only thing for me that's letting him down, because his physicals and mentals are okay. Physicals, he has stuff he has to work on. Absolutely needs to work on his fitness. Natural fitness of 10 isn't ideal. Could maybe try and get his pace up a little bit more. Maybe work on his strength, because he could probably be quite a comfortable target man. But yeah, he's one for the future. We've signed him on a deal worth $15.25 million, and it's not worth it. That's exactly what we paid. But we've also loaned him to Austria Vienna for the rest of the season, where so far this season, in 26 competitive games, he has scored 6 goals and got 3 assists. We're going to have him and Chang Hyuk, plus a couple of the other youngsters, all coming into the squad next summer, where we'll have to make a decision pretty much like who we're going to keep as the 3 strikers. One of them will have to stay, the rest will go out on loan. But then the main man has come in, and he is Valdo Silva for £38.5 million. He is now our 4th choice centre back. He's a 26-year-old Portuguese international. He is a 6'4" beast of a man. The only thing I'm not overly happy with is his heading, but for a guy who's 6'4", has amazing jumping reach, but he has pace, strength, physicality, everything that we probably have maybe lacked at times in defence, Valdo Silva absolutely has. He's on a cheaper wage, and we brought him in for cheaper than we sold Van Langen for. I am actually very happy with him coming in. And he comes in as a 4th-choice centre-half. He is the second choice to Laskowski, if, that is fine. But right now we are very, very, for me, comfortable at centre-half. The only issue I have with all my centre-backs is Laskowski's only ball-playing one. But, truthfully, I am more concerned about keeping goals out than building up from the back necessarily. But yeah, I'm very happy with the business, and that is what we have done this window. Let's then move on to today's lineup to take on Chelsea. In goals is Seidel with a back 4 of Cotter, Laskowski, Estrada and Aina. Lucas Gomez is currently out injured with the flu. Guilherme and Malkov make up our defensive mids with Lesueur, Sinval and Derry taking up the attacking mid positions with Jones leading the line. Diabate is not on the bench, but only for fitness reasons, which means Silva, Cecilia, Olafemi, Royals, Cisse, Solheim, Vaz, Tabos and Ray make up the bench against what could be a big game against Chelsea. And it's a big game, mainly because it's a derby game and not where they're on the league. In fact, I probably should show you the league table just when the game kicks off, which I will do in a second because it's a very interesting league table. We are still top. Don't get me wrong, we are still top. We're still leading the race for the title. But the teams I thought we'd be competing with, we might not actually be competing with. As such, I'm just waiting for the chance I can click on it someday and get off of this. And I will show you the league table, hopefully before any goals are scored. Warren Jones though has just opened the score in 21st goal of the season. Assist from Sinval if it stands. VAR is doing a check. It's disallowed. That kind of sucks. But pause. So let's go to our league table. And this is how it stands. Feck. Some teams have played games. When? That'll be when. So before these games took place, we were all on 23 games. At that point in time, we were 8 points clear of West Ham. We were what were we? How have you now played it? We all played 23 games. How have you played a game more? It doesn't matter, right? West Ham are our closest rivals, followed by Man City, and then you've got this kind of cluster here. West Ham generally could maybe pip us to the title. They are playing pretty well at the moment. Concerningly so, but that is the case. But it is still ours to lose. We can only slip up now, which is also equally terrifying. It does make the games against the top, well, it makes every game vital, but when we are going into games against West Ham, against Man City, against Liverpool, they are going to be absolutely crucial. And right now, Liverpool are beating Luton, which you would expect. We've got to kind of hope that Newcastle take some points off of West Ham, although I see West Ham have picked up an injury to one of their key players, which I'm not going to pretend and say I'm not unhappy about. But we are well and truly in the title race this season, which is slightly terrifying for me, truth be told. I didn't think we were here yet, which makes me wonder if we have improved or the other teams have got worse. But it is all that we can... There's no point really worrying about it. We can only do what we can do. But if we win the title, it will be a massive achievement for me, I think. So also Liverpool are definitely picking up the 3 points against Luton, sitting 2-0 up. Question is, can we pick up the 3 points here at home against Chelsea? Not if Jones does that, we won't know. Go on. Nope. That is such a scrappy game so far. But going by the stats, we are all over it, especially in terms of chance creation, which is interesting. I just don't like when we're creating chance after chance without scoring, because I always feel that we're going to be so vulnerable to that one attack. That guy will score his first goal of the season because it happens against fucking every player of FM. But yeah, it's so good though to have Aina back. So good. Okay, Lesueur. That's an awful shot from distance. Genuinely awful. I don't know why he tried it. Newcastle have taken the lead. So have Manchester City. Well, we are struggling to get this opening goal. And right now, the player I said I'm happy to have back is actually the worst performing player on the team at the moment, which isn't ideal. Jones won it. He does. Warren Jones. Surely that is going to stand, and that will be his 21st goal of the season. Warren Jones, the absolute goal machine, puts us ahead against Chelsea. Oh. Trying to skip away. Let's see if it's a penalty. I thought it was outside the box. Yeah, I thought it was outside the box. Booking for Castells. Hoping Derry isn't actually injured. No, he's hitting the free kick. Oh. I'm very curious to see what the new match engine looks like, by the way, for FM25. Play it short, play it short. He does. Oh, why didn't you hit it first time? Lesueur rattled that right off the post. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite us. Wait, 3 minutes added time. Can we get a second goal, please? No. No, we cannot. That would be asking for too much. Come on. Go on. Oh, that is a tidy finish from Sinval. If that stands, it's his 18th goal of the season, and it is. It's not going to a VAR check. Excuse me. Let's watch this again. Derry plays the ball in to Malkov, gets it to Jones, takes a touch, slots it through, and Sinval with such a calm and tidy finish makes it 2-0 for us just before half time. We, right now, are very comfortable. He, though, needs to calm down. And Aina, you need to start playing better. You may have come back from the African Cup of Nations, but you're now here for a title race, so please get your head out your arse and start helping us. I am looking forward to having Diabate back for the next game. Hopefully the next game. But definitely within the next couple. He is a player I feel like we've missed. Maybe not because he always plays the best, but he gives us a completely different option at times when we're struggling. And he has another attacking threat, which cannot be denied. In fact, at one point he took the place over Derry, was performing that well. And now Derry's really stepped up in his absence, to be fair. So it's going to be a struggle for that left wing position. A struggle, a fight. And don't forget, we've got Toboas as well, who just plays amazingly if we'll play him either out wide or as a centre mid. That's got to be a penalty unless Derry's dived. And if it is a penalty, I'd imagine Sinval will be taking it to try and get his 19th goal of the season. It's a penalty. It's Sinval. And he's missed. He's fucking missed. Great. We're going to make a couple of changes soon. We're going to switch up our defence. Estrada's on a booking, and I also want to give Valdo Silva his debut, so we'll bring on Silva and Cecilia, change up the centre-back pairing. Want to give minutes to Cisse and Solheim, and then it'll be a case of which left-back I probably want to give minutes to. Just as we change things up that little bit. I wouldn't mind a third goal, though. I'd feel a lot more comfortable with a third goal. Right, let's make the double change in defence at the very least. Silva, you are a no-nonsense. And cover. There we go. So that should make us a bit more solid defensively in terms of actual defending. The way I look at Valdo, Silva and Cecilia is they probably prefer to be seized defenders. You know, they'll just they'd head their granny if they had to win the ball. If she was challenging them for the ball, they'd just head through their granny. They would hurt people probably win the ball. So, yeah, they'll blitter anything, which is good. But Celia is also a very good ball player, even if he doesn't play that particular role. Going to actually make the Solheim change at the same time, which will take place in just a couple of moments, hopefully. They just bluttered that out the park. Why would you run to the halfway line and then clear it? I don't get that. I do not get that. And it's 2-1. Castells with the second goal of the season. Poor defending from us at the corner. And now the anxiety hits us again as we have to try and scrape to another win. We have had 21 shots today, 9 on target. Wow. Yeah, Aina is gubbed. I think I'm going to ignore who they're recommending. I'm going to bring on Olafemi because it is more solid. I'm actually going to bring on Fleissur as well for Vaz. And just see if this kind of double change here can get us over the line. Liverpool winning 3-0. Manchester City are winning 2-0. And I see West Ham have pulled one back in their game as Liverpool had scored a fourth. And it's in. Malkov with such a slightly a strange finish is a good goal. But it's the type of one's like, is it in? It's not the first time we scored a goal like that this season. Lesur's header as well. I can't remember who that was against, but it was similar. Look at that. In off one post and just nestles just behind the line on the other. And that is where goal line technology absolutely saves the day. It's now Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1. That nerve, that anxiety is gone. We're just waiting for the final whistle. And there it is. Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1. Another good 3 points for us today. Let's have a quick look at that league table and see where it kind of leaves us as things stand. So we go, after 24 games played, we're on 61 points. 7 points ahead of West Ham, who have played a game more. We are then 8 points ahead. Yes, 8 points ahead of Manchester City, who have played a game more. But I think quite crucially, 10 points ahead of Liverpool after the same number of games played. Man United can't come out of that conversation. They have a game in hand over us. But Newcastle on 25 games played with 49 points. 11 points separating the two. Nope, that's wrong. 12 points separating the two. It's terrifying me that this is our title to throw away now. The good news is, and I've said it before, our run-in for the second half of the season is actually pretty good. It looks like we've got all of our tough games out the way first, with the exception, I think it's Man City. We still have Liverpool to play also, but we also have Man City to play. If we can get through those two games with, I will take 4 points from 6 there. Not ideal, but I would take it. Then I think you've got to look, we've got Luton. Brighton could be tough, but we've got Brighton, Watford, Wolves again, maybe tough. Everton, Spurs, in theory, could cause us trouble, but they should be easy enough wins for us. But then Fulham, Bristol City, Hull, Bournemouth, Aston Villa 8th. Like, it's not the worst possible run-in. We've hit some of those harder games early in the season, got them out the way. And I generally don't know if any other teams have a better run-in than us, but I would be very surprised if they do. Everything is leaning in our favour, and it scares me a little. But join me just a second as we go on the second game of the episode as we play Luton. We're back with the second game now, and Gomez is back fit, so he is in the starting lineup. That is only changed to the starting 11. Our bench for today will be Silva, Cecilia, Cotter, Royals, Cisse, Solheim. Vaz Diabate makes his bench appearance, and Ray, which means Olafemi and Toboas miss out. Aina is tired, but he is going to start again today. I am hoping for a few goals early in the first half. We can make some changes and rest up a few players for the Liverpool game. Pardon me. Luton. Marshall, a player who I have looked at from signing for Eggstar, Leon, and even us, and have decided against it. For us, Leon had said against it for the price, and Eggstar, he had no real interest in joining. Fun times. I'm sure it's the same lad anyway. Not that it really matters. We are in that absolutely horrible dogshit kit. And Gomez first act is to run the ball into a defender. It's a good ball though. Derry's got to be scoring that. I think if you're getting a free header like that in the box, you've got to be scoring it. Good save by the goalkeeper, mind you. Look how just well we play. Sometimes we play really good football. Sometimes we play absolute dog turd football, but sometimes we make it look really nice. And it's in, it's 1-0. Laskowski with the header from a Leo Lesueur corner. 1 minute 20 seconds played. This is hopefully a comfortable game for us today. We are the early kickoff. The later games, all the other games, taking place after us today. So we'll probably wait till they're all played and we'll check the league table before we leave and see what it all looks like. The next episode probably going to be the Liverpool game. I've been promising it and it keeps being moved, but it is a massive, massive game for our season, so we'll probably be doing that next in our next episode. And I don't know what other games are around about it, so that is where we are, and that is where we will be. Good tag from Guilherme, but they still pick up the second ball. Great save by Seidel. Keeps us in the lead. Honestly, since we've signed him, I don't know how often I feel like I've said that this year. It's just great save by Seidel. Something we've genuinely missed is a guy who does pull out the massive saves. Jones ran really far back at it, win that header from their kick out. And I'm glad he did, because now we are breaking. We are on the attack. Gomez with the ball in. Jones with the header. Not Gomez with the header. Gomez put the ball in for Jones, who scores his 22nd goal of the season and makes it 2-0 on the day. I seem to be getting exactly what I hoped for. Go on. Derry with that right-footed shot well over the bar. In terms of our league rivals, everyone seems to be having a game they probably should be winning, so I'm not expecting any slip-ups in that regard. But you never know. We absolutely never know. If we can make it 3 before half-time, I'll probably sub off Derry and Aina and give Diabate and Royals a run out, with the view of probably resting Lesueur, Jones, and then one other for the game against Liverpool. Aina's not having the best game again, nor is Derry, which is a concern for me. They both didn't take my criticism to heart, which is always an absolutely massive bonus for me. Lesueur on the ball though. Don't know why Derry cuts inside so much. Like, Diabate stays wide and he is meant to cut inside. Derry's meant to stay wide and he cuts inside all the fucking time. I don't get it. I really don't fucking get it at times. Right, Lesueur. Can he pick out a... Nope, he can't pick out anybody that isn't wearing our kit. One of these days we're going to have a corner or set pieces that aren't just a waste of time more times than they're not. I understand we shouldn't be scoring from every single corner, and I can't remember the exact conversion rate like corners and stuff, but we don't even win the header 9 times out of 10. I say 9 times out of 10 is probably still being too generous in our favour. Like 95% of the time we just do not win a header. I kind of feel like it's the same defensively as well. Like we seem really shit at set pieces. And I'm thinking it may be the players because we're on a like second or third set piece coach. Like something isn't right, but I don't know what it is. Hilaire Lesueur makes it 3-0. Pretty much guarantees 3 points for us today, which is exactly what we needed. We needed a comfortable win, and we are definitely getting it right now. Skowski's picked up a booking, which is far from ideal. Good win, though, by Sinval for that ball. Got to give it to Gomez. Probably should have played it in front of him a bit more. Cuts it back for Lesueur. Plays it to Malkov. Has a shot from distance. Came off the post, actually. But it's cleared only as far as Aina. Every single outfield player is in the opposition half. That's where you know you're just all over someone. You don't even have a player in your own half that isn't the goalkeeper. Right, we're going to bring off Aina for Royals. I'm also going to bring on Silva again for Laskowski. Just don't want to risk him being on a booking. Yeah. Yeah, that's what the change I'm going to make. I think they're smart decisions. Just for where we're at. That is poor from Laskowski. He's been caught out from a long ball. Maybe Sinval Lesueur to take off just to rest them. Just try to watch the fitness though. They could probably take off like another 4 or 5 players for fitness. Maybe Gomez actually. It's his first game back after having the flu. So it might not be the worst idea to bring on Cotter. Rest him up. That is a good finish from Luton. Good finish from Luton. Oh, excuse me. Apologies. Right, Lesueur does look absolutely shot to bits. So let's bring on Vaz at the very least. Let's bring on Cotter. We've got one more change we can make, and I'm going to take off Malkov. Bring on... Nope. Cisse is one I might bring on now. That'll be our 5 changes for today, and we'll see how we get on for the rest of the game. We really shouldn't be dropping points, but if they score another goal now, I will be shitting myself a little. But we are breaking. That's a good ball to Vaz, and he's finished it. It's only his 5th goal of the season, Vaz. But it's, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a crucial one, but it is one we needed to score, which is always good to see. Making it 4 on the day, and a comfortable win. Can't really say anything else. It is a comfortable win, isn't it? So the other games that we'll be looking out for is Manchester City are at home to Bournemouth, which you've got to imagine is a comfortable Manchester City win. I think I seen Liverpool are at home to Brighton, but I might have just completely misread what was going on there. Still in possession of the ball. I don't know what the highlight's going to be, but we're still in possession. Huh. Cool. They are away, to Brighton. Manchester United are away to Watford. Another game they should absolutely be winning. Newcastle away to Wolves. Yep, probably a Newcastle winning. Everton at home to Hull. Yeah, I'd imagine all the favourites in these games will be winning. I can't I don't see drop points coming. Do not see drop points coming. But that's for us is 6 points out of 6 today, and another step, hopefully, towards winning the Premier League for the first time in this save. I know everyone else is about to play, but after 25 games played, we are 10 and 11 points clear of our next two rivals. Let's see then how those results go as we just quickly get to those results. It means that the next episode, though, will be the game against Liverpool and the game against Brighton. You've got to hope we've got to expect us to beat Brighton, and I hope to God we can beat Liverpool. We really need to. It's going to be a big, big game. But knowing us, we'll probably slip up. Probably against Brighton, to be honest. That's the way things go. Okay, let's have a look. Chelsea 1-3-2. It doesn't really affect us. Manchester City, though, they did win 3-1 as expected. Aston Villa beat Tottenham as expected. Massive result, though, for Watford. They beat Manchester United 2-0. That's helpful. Newcastle beat Wolves as expected. Everton beat Hull as expected. But another kind of shock result. Brighton beat Liverpool 2-1. Which things just got a bit more interest. So, Manchester City played a game more than us, but we stay 8 points clear. We are also 10 points clear of West Ham, who have played the same amount of games. Newcastle played a game more. We are 12 points clear. Liverpool played the same amount of games as them. 13 points clear. Man United, same. 13 points clear. Same number of games played. Aston Villa, 19. No. Maths. No, I was right. 19 points clear. The title is firmly ours to lose. And I, my friends, am absolutely terrified of that. But we can only do whatever we do. Thank you, everyone who's watched the episode so far. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm still fucking loving it. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. And I'll catch you all in the next one, where hopefully we can take another massive step to winning the Premier League. See you next time.